the earth realm is probably only here for cultivation. So the cultivation realm of Mother Earth, of Gaia. And this is connected to darkness and light. But even beyond this, it's about sound and frequency. But even beyond this, what do I specifically mean with this? To be very specifically, I mean Falun Gong, Falun Dafa, period. And from my point of view, if you really get into studying Falun Gong, Falun Dafa, you start to see that this is it's not about the food. It's not about the food. It's not about fasting. It's not about this. It's not about if you ingest certain things or if you do not ingest certain things. It's about tuning into the universal frequency of truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance. And once you get there, then you start to really also understand that this is so multi-layered. That this is, it's tough to describe, because it seems to be that it's something specifically for every and each individual, but also it's the same thing for everybody. So I was trying to describe that in the last time when I was speaking about cultivating Buddha and all the star dots on the top of my ceiling. When you go, I think the last video or the video before this, I was speaking about that. And this is about that we are all spiraling up into the same thing, but we are all on different ways, but the end goal is the same thing. The end goal is the same. So the food or the fasting or the expression of a certain diet or of a specific god, because diet means deity, is what gives us in one specific way a certain direction, in one specific area, in one specific part of life. But then we get to the next thing and we can see it from another perspective. And it's about, like I said, synchronizing and adapting and seeing this realm as a cultivation place to get to truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance. And if that's a certain type of diet for you, I don't know. If you want to live there forever, have fun with it. Maybe this is for you, because this is how your life should be. This is how you should express yourself. Certain things come into your life for a reason. Certain things come into your life at a specific time because they're important to you at that time. But then something changes, right? And then, okay, I know that my routine is pretty good. It's pretty brilliant. And I know the things that I ingest, the supplements, considering my routine, they are also pretty high level. No, you have these addictions. Yeah, I have. And for all these light workers out there, probably learn to work with darkness. This is why I do these supplements, because I balance my darkness out, because I am open to the things that are presented for me, so I can ingest everything. And I don't be so picky with everything. I'd be like, oh, if I ingest this, it drags me down. If I ingest that, that densifies me. Well, you want to know how I do it? I basically don't need much. I take my supplements because this is the way I can adapt to a lot of things which are presented for me, because I surround myself with a lot of different gods, with a lot of different deities and deities and people. And everybody, you see, and I see this, everybody has a different approach to life. Everybody has a different way of seeing things. Everybody has a different way of, this is good, this is bad, you should ingest this, you should ingest that. But I am so open to everybody that I take literally everybody's shit because I love them, and because I adapt to them, and because from my point of view, of course, I'm the creator and I create this, but also it has already been created for me. It was already been written down for me. So this is the way I am able to switch up things and to adapt to the circumstances that I'm in. So, like I said, I don't need much. But if something's presented for me, and it doesn't matter what it is, it can be everything from the diet or from the non-diet perspective. And of course, what we ingest is important because it's our alchemy, right? But like I said, I'm stopped being so picky with it. And this was basically the funny thing about this. This was the way I was always doing it, even before all of this freaking social media, whatever, sharing, blah blah blah. Like I've been, and it's not about me, but it's about what I've experienced. And let me tell you, I've been doing martial arts since over 13 years. Now I'm 27, and I was always very open to things, right? Sometimes I was like, okay, let's have this, let's have that. Maybe sometimes I was very much over feasting, but I didn't care. I didn't care. I was like, okay, when it's training time, it's training time. Sometimes training time was at 4 o'clock in the morning for me, because I was like, okay, I train before I do and start my day. Or I was like, okay, I train at midnight, because I was actually, I don't know, at a party, and I was like, okay, after the party I work out, and I was already out of time, because deep in my heart I didn't knew about all the spelling and that I emit time, because if we spell time backwards, we have to emit. But deep in my heart, I was like, okay, it's not about this. It's about that I do these things. So, yeah. And this is about the cultivation. To stay on your way, to stay on your doubt, to stay on your track. If you think you need a specific type of God and diet and deity in your life that protects and surrounds yourself for a long time, then follow this diet. But like I said, from my perspective and from my experience over the last years, it seems like it's only about cultivating myself and adapting and synchronizing and taking things and not taking things and losing the attachment to things. And like I said, attachment goes in any direction. That means I could also be very much attached to non-eating. I could be also very much attached to, I do not want to ingest things because I know they're dense and I know they drag me down, and I know we are all created out of breath. We're spiritual, breatharian beings, whatever. Might be true, but then this is for me also very much an addiction. Because addiction means language. Addiction means that language is dictating your mind. Alright? So, in these humble words, truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance. If you made it to this point, take care.